There are places in this universe that make Earth feel like a miracle. Worlds so violent, so unforgiving, that the idea of life there feels absurd. For thousands of years, humanity looked up at the stars and wondered, are we alone? Are there worlds like ours, places with oceans, clouds, mountains, and skies filled with rain? And for a long time, that question carried hope. Hope that somewhere out there, another Earth was waiting. But the deeper we searched, the stranger the universe became. Because space does not create beauty for us. It creates chaos, violence, extremes, and hidden among that darkness, astronomers found something terrifying. Not a planet full of life, not a paradise, but a world so brutal it should not exist. A planet where heat reaches levels that can tear apart matter itself. A world where gravity stretches entire atmospheres into space. A place where survival is not impossible. Because survival was never an option. Its name is WASP-12b, and this planet is unlike anything we've ever seen. To understand how deadly it is, you first have to understand just how impossible it should be. Because planets are supposed to obey rules: distance, temperature, orbit, balance, but WASP-12b broke all of them. Imagine Jupiter. Now make it larger, heavier, hotter, and place it so close to its star that one side never stops burning. A giant world locked in eternal fire. The temperatures there rise above 2,500 degrees Celsius. That is hotter than molten lava, hotter than many industrial furnaces, hot enough to melt steel into liquid, hot enough to vaporize rock itself. Now stop for a moment and picture that. A world where mountains couldn't exist, where metal would turn into gas, where even the concept of solid ground begins to fail. This is not science fiction. This is real. And right now, as you hear these words, this planet is dying. Not in millions of years, not in some distant future. Right now, its star is pulling it apart, feeding on it, consuming it, piece by piece, like a predator tearing flesh from prey. Except this predator is a star, and this victim is an entire planet. But here's what makes this even more terrifying. WASP-12b is not unique. There may be countless worlds like it, burning, breaking, being erased, hidden in the dark. And if one thing is certain, it is this: the universe is far more dangerous than we ever imagined. What NASA discovered here wasn't just another planet. It was a warning, a glimpse into what happens when nature pushes itself beyond limits, a place where the laws of survival collapse. And in the next few minutes, you're going to see exactly why scientists call it one of the deadliest worlds ever found. But before we get there, we need to go back to the moment it was discovered. Because what started as a routine search quickly became one of the strangest discoveries in astronomy, and what they saw changed everything. The universe is filled with patterns, patterns of light, patterns of movement, patterns that repeat over billions of years. And for astronomers, those patterns tell stories. Stories of stars being born, planets forming, worlds colliding, galaxies dying. But sometimes, those patterns break. And when they do, it usually means something extraordinary is hiding there. That is exactly what happened in 2008. A team of astronomers working with the Wide-Angle Search for Planets project, known simply as WASP, were doing what they had done countless times before: watching stars, looking for tiny dips in brightness. Because when a planet passes in front of a star, it blocks a small amount of light. That tiny drop is how worlds are found. Simple in theory, difficult in practice. Imagine staring at thousands of stars. waiting for one small flicker, one tiny signal, one whisper in an ocean of noise. That's what they were doing. And then, they saw it. A star located around 1,400 light-years away. Quiet, stable, ordinary. At least, that's what it looked like. Its name was WASP-12, and its light was dipping, again, and again, and again. Something was orbiting it, something huge. At first, this wasn't shocking. Gas giants are common. Big planets often create bigger light dips. But the timing, that was strange. The orbit was unbelievably fast. Too fast. The object was circling its star in just over 1 Earth day. Think about that. Earth takes 365 days. Mercury, the closest planet to our sun, takes 88 days. But this giant world completed its year in almost a single day. That should have been the first warning, because nothing that large should survive that close. It was like finding a snowball orbiting inside a furnace. Impossible. But there it was. The numbers didn't lie. At first, astronomers thought they had found another hot Jupiter, a gas giant similar to Jupiter, but much closer to its star. These worlds are already extreme. They're hot, violent, unstable, but still explainable. WASP-12b should have fit that category. Should have. But when scientists looked closer, everything changed. They began analyzing its mass, its size, its density, its temperature, and one by one, the pieces stopped making sense. It was bigger than Jupiter, far bigger, yet somehow less dense, like it was inflated, swollen, expanded by heat. Its atmosphere was stretched far beyond what physics expected, like a balloon ready to burst. That alone was unusual. But then came the real shock. Using ultraviolet observations, scientists discovered something impossible. The planet's atmosphere was escaping. Not slightly, not slowly, violently. A huge cloud of gas surrounded the planet, far larger than the planet itself. Hydrogen and helium, bleeding into space. At first, researchers thought it was an error, a mistake in the readings. Maybe instrument interference, maybe light distortion, maybe cosmic noise. But after repeating the observations, again and again, the truth became undeniable. The planet was dying. Its own star was tearing it apart. This was not a stable orbit. This was a death spiral. Imagine a prisoner chained to a giant fire, every second being pulled closer, every second losing pieces of itself. That was WASP-12b. The star's gravity was stronger than expected. So strong, it had begun distorting the planet itself, stretching it, warping it, pulling its outer layers into space. And then something even stranger happened. Scientists realized the stolen material wasn't just floating away. It was moving toward the star, like a river, like blood being drained. The star was feeding. This changed everything, because astronomers had never seen planetary destruction at this scale before. They were watching a world being consumed, alive, in real time. And the more they observed, the worse it got. Its temperature wasn't just high, it was catastrophic, over 2,500 degrees Celsius. Its atmosphere wasn't just unstable, it was overflowing. Its shape wasn't round anymore. It had become stretched like an egg. Gravity itself was reshaping the planet. Imagine looking at Jupiter and watching it melt, watching its edges peel away, watching its sky dissolve. That's what they were seeing. But perhaps the most terrifying realization came next. This wasn't rare. If this could happen here, it could happen everywhere, across the galaxy. There may be countless worlds trapped like this. Worlds born only to be devoured. Worlds never given a chance. Worlds that exist only to die. and WASP-12b became one of the first windows into that nightmare. But what exactly does this planet look like? What would happen if you stood there? What would the sky be like? The storms, the heat, the rain. Because the truth is, it's even worse than scientists first imagined. And in the next phase, we descend in. Knowing a planet is deadly is one thing, but seeing it, imagining it, that changes everything. Because numbers alone don't create fear. Experience does. And if there is one thing scientists know about WASP-12b, it's this. This is not a world. It is a furnace, a machine of destruction, a place where the environment itself is trying to kill everything. So let's imagine something impossible. Imagine you are approaching it. Far away at first, just a glowing shape in darkness. But even from space, it looks wrong. The planet doesn't look smooth. It doesn't look stable. Its atmosphere is swollen, bloated, stretching far beyond its body. Like it's overheating. Like it's suffocating. The closer you get, the brighter it becomes. Not because it reflects light, but because it glows. Its heat is so intense that parts of its atmosphere shine red, orange, white, like burning metal in a forge. Now you descend deeper, into its sky, and instantly, everything changes. The first thing you would notice is the pressure, crushing, heavy, like the weight of an ocean pressing against you. Except this ocean is made of fire. The atmosphere is mostly hydrogen and helium, but under these temperatures, those gases become violent, unstable, superheated, every molecule moving like a weapon. The temperature here rises above 2,500 degrees Celsius. Think about that. Steel melts at around 1,500. Lava averages around 1,200. This atmosphere is far hotter than both. Hot enough to melt aircraft, hot enough to destroy tanks, hot enough to erase anything humans have ever built. And this is just the air. Now look up. There is no blue sky, no clouds like Earth, no sunlight passing gently through an atmosphere. Instead, the sky burns. Massive black-red storm clouds swirl above you, glowing from within, lit by constant flashes of plasma. Not lightning, something worse. Electrical storms fueled by superheated metallic particles. The clouds are thick, dense, moving like oceans in the sky. And then, it begins to rain. Not water, not ice, metal, molten iron, liquid fire falling from above. Imagine glowing droplets of burning iron crashing through the atmosphere, each drop hotter than lava, heavy enough to destroy anything in its path. This is one of the most terrifying possibilities scientists believe may exist there. Iron vapor rising into the upper atmosphere, cooling slightly, and falling back down. A cycle of metal rain, endless, violent, burning. Now imagine breathing there. You couldn't. Your lungs would burn instantly. The heat alone would destroy your airway. But even if you could somehow survive the temperature, the pressure would crush you. Your body would collapse. Your blood would boil. Your bones would break. And that's before the winds hit. Because WASP-12b does not sit still. Its atmosphere moves like a living beast. Violent streams of gas race around the planet, superheated currents carrying energy from one side to another. And those winds never stop. There is no calm weather here, no peaceful moment, only endless movement, endless heat, endless destruction. Now imagine looking towards the horizon. You wouldn't see mountains, or oceans, or land, because WASP-12b is a gas giant. There is no surface, only deeper layers. The further you descend, the hotter it gets. The pressure rises, the gases become denser, more violent, until eventually the atmosphere below becomes impossible to survive. And then something terrifying happens. You realize there is no ground coming, no place to land, no place to stand, no escape, just falling deeper, further into heat, into darkness, into pressure, until eventually you would be crushed into nothing. This is not just a hostile world, it is a trap, a bottomless ocean of fire, a sky that burns, rain that melts, air that kills. And somehow, this is only the beginning, because the worst part of WASP-12b is not its atmosphere, it's what's happening above it. Its star, watching, pulling, feeding, and in the next phase, we witness the storms, the winds, and the endless war between fire and darkness. Because on this planet, one side never sees night, and the other never sees day. And that changes everything. If the heat of WASP-12b wasn't enough, the winds make it even worse, because this planet does not rest. Its atmosphere is in constant war, violent, endless, unstoppable. On Earth, hurricanes can reach over 300 kilometers per hour, strong enough to destroy cities, strong enough to tear apart buildings. But on WASP-12b, those speeds are meaningless. Scientists estimate winds here can reach thousands of kilometers per hour. Faster than sound, faster than bullets. Entire rivers of superheated gas race across the planet like wild oceans in the sky. And unlike Earth, these storms never end. Because WASP-12b is tidally locked, that means one side of the planet always faces its star, forever. The same side burns endlessly, day after day, year after year, without darkness, without relief. Imagine standing there. The sky would never change. The star would hang above you forever, blazing, watching, burning. That side is the hottest, the brightest, a permanent inferno. But the other side, the side facing away from the star, is trapped in endless night, cold compared to the day side, dark, violent. And this difference creates chaos. Heat from the burning side rushes toward the dark side. Cold gases push back, and where they collide, storms are born. Massive atmospheric rivers, supersonic shock waves, planet-wide cyclones larger than Earth itself, a battle between fire and darkness. Imagine clouds moving so fast they blur, entire weather systems colliding with explosive force, plasma lightning tearing through the sky, molten metal carried across continents of air. There is no calm here, no safe zone, no shelter, only motion, pressure, violence. And these winds do more than move heat. They reshape the planet. They stretch its atmosphere, feed its storms, fuel its destruction. Even from space, scientists can see the imbalance. One side glows brighter, hotter. The other fades into shadow, like two worlds trapped inside one body. And between them, a storm belt of unimaginable power. This is not weather. This is planetary warfare, a machine powered by gravity and fire. And while all of this happens below, something even worse is happening above, because the star is still pulling, still feeding, still taking pieces of the planet away. And in the next phase, we witness the true horror. The moment a planet begins to disappear, not through explosion, not through collision, but through consumption. Alive. Slowly. Helplessly. Everything we've seen so far, the heat, the storms, the metal rain, is only part of the horror. Because above all of it, WASP-12b is dying. Not slowly in cosmic terms, not peacefully, but violently. Right now, at this exact moment, its star is feeding on it. To understand this, imagine standing near a black hole. The closer you get, the stronger its gravity becomes. And eventually, it begins pulling you apart. This is called tidal force. WASP-12b is experiencing something similar. Its star's gravity is so powerful, it is stretching the planet, pulling its atmosphere outward, not in random bursts, but continuously, like a giant invisible hand peeling away its skin. Scientists call this Roche lobe overflow, a moment when a planet expands so much and gets so close that its own gravity can no longer hold itself together. And that's exactly where WASP-12b is, at the edge of survival. Its atmosphere has swollen beyond its limit. Now the star takes what the planet cannot keep: hydrogen, helium, superheated gas, pulled away in glowing streams. Imagine blood leaving a wound. Only this wound is larger than worlds. Astronomers have seen it, a glowing bridge of matter stretching from the planet to the star, a river of fire, a direct connection between predator and prey. And once that material leaves, it never comes back. The star absorbs it, consumes it, turns it into fuel. Every second, WASP-12b loses more of itself. Its mass decreases, its atmosphere thins, its shape distorts. It is no longer truly round. It has become stretched, deformed, like soft clay being pulled apart. This is what death looks like for a planet. Not explosion, not impact. Consumption, slow and merciless, and the terrifying part is, there is nothing it can do. No force can stop it. Gravity has already decided its fate. Scientists believe this process is speeding up. As the planet loses mass, its orbit becomes even more unstable. That means it may spiral closer. And if it does, the feeding gets worse, faster, more violent, until eventually, there will be nothing left. No atmosphere, no storms, no burning sky, just the star and the memory of what it destroyed. Think about that. An entire world, larger than Jupiter, being erased, not by war, not by collision, but by simply being too close. Too close to survive, too close to escape. This is one of the clearest examples humanity has ever seen of a planet being destroyed in real time. And it forces a terrifying question. If planets can die like this, how many others already have? How many stars in the sky are feeding right now? How many worlds are vanishing as we speak? And then there's the most chilling thought of all. What if Earth had been here instead? What would happen to us? How fast would our world die? And in the next phase, we answer that. And the truth is worse than you think. So far, WASP-12b has felt distant, a nightmare happening far away, a world we can observe, but never touch. But now, change one thing. Take Earth, every ocean, every city, every mountain, every human life, and place it where WASP-12b is. What happens? The answer is simple. Everything dies, and it happens faster than you think. The moment Earth enters that orbit, the sun would no longer look like it does now. It would dominate the sky. Massive. Blinding. Covering most of the horizon, its heat would strike instantly. Within seconds, temperatures across the planet would begin to rise. Not gradually, violently. The ice caps would vanish first, not melt, vanish, turning directly into vapor. Then the oceans, boiling, entire seas erupting into steam, clouds forming so thick they would cover the planet in white, but it wouldn't last because the heat keeps rising, past the boiling point, past survival, past reason. Forests ignite, cities burn, roads soften, steel bends, glass melts. Air itself becomes dangerous. Breathing would feel like inhaling fire. Within minutes, the atmosphere begins to change. Water vapor fills the sky. Carbon dioxide rises. Oxygen levels collapse. The protective layers above us weaken. Radiation floods in. The surface becomes unrecognizable, and then gravity takes over. The sun's pull at that distance would be brutal. Tides would rise beyond anything in human history. Entire oceans drag toward the star. The crust would strain. Earthquakes would tear across continents. Volcanoes would awaken everywhere. The planet itself would begin breaking. And like WASP-12b, our atmosphere would start escaping, pulled away, layer by layer, blue skies turning black, air bleeding into space, one breath, and then none. And if somehow anyone survived that long, the end would still come, because Earth would stretch, its shape changing under tidal force, not enough to tear apart instantly, but enough to deform, to crack, to weaken, until eventually, the world itself could no longer hold. This is how fragile our survival really is, not because Earth is weak, but because location is everything. A little closer to our sun, and life never begins. A little farther, and it freezes forever. We exist inside a narrow line, a thin zone of luck, and looking at WASP-12b reminds us of that. It shows us what happens when a planet crosses that line, when balance is lost, when gravity wins. But Earth is only one possibility, because out there are worlds far stranger. Planets made of lava, worlds of ice, planets where it rains glass, places even more terrifying than this. And in the next phase, we leave WASP-12b behind to explore the deadliest worlds ever discovered. And some of them may be worse. If WASP-12b feels like the worst thing space could create, it isn't. And that may be the most terrifying truth of all, because once astronomers began discovering exoplanets, they realized something quickly. The universe is not built like our solar system. It is stranger, wilder, more violent, and filled with worlds that seem impossible. Take HD 189733b. At first glance, it looks beautiful, a deep blue world, almost like Earth, calm, peaceful. But that blue is a lie. Its atmosphere is filled with silicate particles, tiny fragments of glass, and the winds there reach over 8,000 kilometers per hour. That means glass doesn't just fall, it slices sideways through the air, a planet where it rains razor blades. Then there is KELT-9b, one of the hottest planets ever found. Its day side reaches over 4,000 degrees Celsius. Hotter than some stars, hot enough to break molecules apart completely. Imagine an atmosphere so hot, matter itself begins to come undone. A world where the sky glows white from heat, where survival lasts less than a heartbeat. And then, there is TRES-2b, the darkest planet ever discovered. It reflects less than 1% of light, blacker than coal, blacker than fresh asphalt, almost invisible. Imagine floating near it in space, a giant world, hidden in pure darkness, only its outline glowing faintly red from heat, like a shadow in the void. Then there's PSRB 1257+12b, a world orbiting a dead star, a pulsar, the remains of a massive explosion. Radiation there is beyond imagination. Enough to strip life apart at the atomic level, every second, endless, invisible death. And perhaps strangest of all, 55 Cancri-A, a planet scientists once believed could contain massive amounts of diamond. A burning world of carbon under crushing pressure, its surface likely covered in oceans of lava, its skies glowing red with heat. A diamond world, beautiful but lethal. And these are only the ones we know. Thousands more wait in darkness, unseen, unexplored. Some may be colder than absolute zero. Some may have crushing atmospheres. Some may have storms larger than entire solar systems. And somewhere, there may be worlds even worse than WASP-12b. Think about that. For most of human history, we thought planets were simple, solid, predictable. But now we know better. Planets can burn, freeze, shatter, poison, consume. The universe creates monsters in every form. And yet, there is one question that remains. Could anything survive there? Could life exist in places like these? Not human life. Not Earth life. Something else. Something built for chaos. And in the next phase, we explore that impossible question. Could life find a way even here? For most of human history, we believed life needed one thing. Conditions like Earth, liquid water, stable air, moderate heat, protection from radiation, a world balanced just enough for biology to begin. And for a long time, that seemed true. Because every living thing we know depends on those rules. But the deeper science goes, the less certain those rules become. On Earth itself, life survives in places once thought impossible. At the bottom of oceans, where sunlight never reaches. Near volcanic vents, where temperatures boil the water. Inside frozen ice, in acidic lakes under crushing pressure. Even in radiation strong enough to kill most organisms, life adapts. That changes everything. Because if life can survive our extremes, what about theirs? Could something exist on a world like WASP-12b? Not human, not animal. Something else. Something built for chaos. The honest answer? Probably not. At least not as we understand life. WASP-12b is too hot, too violent, too unstable. Its atmosphere is constantly being stripped away. Its temperatures destroy molecules. Its storms never stop. There is no solid surface, no stable chemistry, no time for evolution to anchor itself. Life needs patterns. WASP-12b is disorder, but that doesn't mean impossible everywhere. Take Europa, a moon of Jupiter. Beneath its frozen shell, there may be an ocean, warm, dark, protected, potentially alive. Or Enceladus, a moon of Saturn, where giant water plumes erupt into space. Inside them, scientists found organic molecules, the building blocks of life. And then there are exoplanets, thousands of them, some in the habitable zone, the perfect distance from their stars. Not too hot, not too cold. Worlds where oceans may exist, where rain may fall, where skies may look familiar. Some scientists believe the galaxy may hold billions of Earth-like planets. Billions. Think about that. Even if only a tiny fraction developed life, there could still be millions of living worlds. Some simple, some advanced, some older than Earth by billions of years. That means somewhere, life may already be watching the stars, asking the same question. Are we alone? And maybe they've seen worlds like WASP-12b too. Maybe they've watched planets die. Maybe they understand something we don't, because every dead world teaches a lesson. And every living world is a rare exception. That is what makes Earth so extraordinary. Not because life is guaranteed, but because it survived against impossible odds. And in the next phase, we return to WASP-12b because its end is coming. And scientists believe they know how it will happen. The final moments of a planet being erased forever. Everything in the universe has an end. Stars burn out, galaxies collide, worlds disappear. But the death of WASP-12b is different because we are watching it happen. Not as history, not as theory, but now. Right now. Every second, its star is taking more atmosphere, more mass, more of its future. And eventually, there will be nothing left. Scientists believe WASP-12b is spiraling inward, slowly at first, but death in space is rarely sudden. It stretches, it builds, it waits. As the planet loses material, its gravity weakens. That means it becomes even easier to strip apart. A cycle of collapse. The weaker it gets, the faster it dies. Imagine a candle melting, each drop of wax making the flame more unstable, until finally, it consumes itself. That is WASP-12b, a giant world trapped in its own ending. Its atmosphere is already overflowing, its shape already deformed, its orbit already unstable. The process has begun, and there is no reversal, no escape. Some scientists estimate that in astronomical terms, its time is short, maybe millions of years, maybe less. That sounds long to us, but in the age of the universe, it is nothing. A final breath. And what will the end look like? First, the atmosphere thins. The giant swollen clouds that once wrapped around the planet begin to fade. The storms weaken. Not because the planet is healing, but because there is less left to lose. Then the star pulls deeper, past the outer layers, into the heavier gases, stronger, hungrier. The glowing streams between planet and star become brighter, wider, like open wounds. The planet shrinks. Its mass falls. Its body becomes smaller and tighter. But the heat grows worse, because the closer it moves, the hotter the star becomes. Eventually, the balance breaks completely. Gravity tears through what remains. The planet can no longer hold its shape, no longer hold itself. And then, the final collapse begins. Not an explosion, not a dramatic blast across the galaxy. Something quieter, more brutal. The world is stretched apart, its last layer scattered into the star, its identity erased. The star absorbs everything and continues burning, as if nothing happened. That may be the most chilling part. A planet dies, and the universe barely notices. No sound, no warning, no mourning, just silence, and then absence. WASP-12b will become a memory, a ghost written only in data, a reminder that even giants fall. And if a world bigger than Jupiter can vanish, what does that say about us? About Earth? About how temporary everything is? Because in the end, survival is not guaranteed. It never was. And in the final phase, we step back. Beyond WASP-12b, beyond exoplanets, beyond even ourselves, to face the bigger truth of the universe, and why that truth may be the most terrifying thing of all. WASP-12b is gone. Or at least, it will be. Its fate is already written. A giant world, larger than Jupiter, erased by nothing more than gravity and time. And when it's finally gone, the universe will continue exactly as it did before. Its star will keep burning, its light will keep traveling, its system will keep moving, as if that planet never existed. That is the first truth space teaches us. The universe does not stop. Not for planets, not for stars, not for us. And that can feel terrifying, because on Earth, we live as if permanence is real. We build cities, we create history, we leave names behind, we act like our world is solid, stable, guaranteed. But it isn't. Earth survives because of balance, a precise distance from the sun, a stable atmosphere, a magnetic field protecting us, water, oxygen, temperature, gravity, every part working together. Remove one piece, and everything changes. Move Earth slightly closer, oceans vanish. Move it slightly farther, they freeze. Lose the atmosphere, life suffocates. Lose the magnetic shield, radiation takes over. What we call home is not permanent. It is a rare condition, a fragile equation. And out there, the universe is full of broken equations, burning worlds, frozen worlds, poisoned worlds, worlds ripped apart before life could even begin. And among them, Earth is the exception. Think about that. Out of billions of planets, we may be standing on one of the rarest, not because it is the biggest or the strongest, but because it is balanced, and balance is rare. That is the second truth. Survival is not normal. It is extraordinary. When we look at WASP-12b, we are not just looking at a dead world. We are looking at what happens when balance is lost, when gravity wins, when distance is wrong, when a planet exists in the wrong place at the wrong time. And maybe that is the greatest lesson. Not fear, perspective. Because for all the chaos beyond our sky, for all the monsters hidden among the stars, we are here, alive, breathing, thinking, watching, a species made of atoms, trying to understand the universe that made them. And maybe one day, we will leave Earth, visit other worlds, see these horrors with our own eyes. But until then, every time you look at the night sky, remember this: somewhere out there, right now, a planet is dying, a star is feeding, a world is disappearing forever, and the universe remains silent. Because in space, survival is a privilege, not a promise. And that may be the most terrifying truth of all.